What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Just the Dude MMA, wanting to shed some light on a card that I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on. There are a few good prospects on this card, and we have a main event that is a very interesting competitive matchup. So I'm here on the UFC website, which shows the cards, and I want to scroll down and show you a few prospects that I'd have my eye out for. So let's just quickly take a view at who's fighting. On the prelims, there's nothing really special. We have Umar Nurmagomedov, who's being cornered by Khabib. So this dude probably has some solid wrestling. But really, Dalcha Lungiambula, his only loss in the UFC was by a head kick from who I think is a future title contender in the light heavyweight division in Magomed Ankalaev. That's his only loss in the UFC. So this dude, in some of his previous fights, he looked impressive to me. But I think really the first person I want to show is or showcase is Lerone Murphy. This man is undefeated as of right now. He fought Zubair Tukhugov very competitively to a draw. I think he probably should have lost that fight, but it was competitive. It was close, and as Tukhugov started to gas, he started to apply some pressure, which allowed him to get that draw. But yeah, he has really good striking. I believe he got a TKO finish in his last fight, which was also on a Wednesday card, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess this dude's built for Wednesday night fights. But yeah, I definitely say watch out for him. Undefeated prospect against Douglas Silva de Andrade. I don't really know much about him. I know he fought Petroyan, and actually this dude is one of the first, if not the first, fighters to get the fight stopped due to corner. Like the corner basically throwing in the towel for him when he fought Petroyan, the current middleweight champion. So interesting fact if you didn't know. But yeah, I think people are sleeping on this card. I think there's some interesting fights. But right here, Viviane Araujo, keep your eye out for her. She has superb striking. Her hands are fast for the division. She's a really technical, with decent power striker. And Roxanne, I believe, will have nothing for her on the feet. Viviane Araujo in her last fight, she beat Montana De La Rosa in an excellent showcase of her striking. And I don't think Roxanne would have anything for her in the striking. If Roxanne is able to get it to the ground, I think she might be able to get the win. But the thing is, Viviane, she's so strong and so physical for this division. I think Roxanne's going to have a difficult time getting it into to the ground. And the other thing is Roxanne, she's usually a little reckless, a little wild on the feet, willing to take a few shots to get into the clinch, get into grappling situations. But the thing is, Viviane will make her pay, keep her at the end of the punches. If she tries to enter, throw 2, 3, 4 strikes and then circle out. And so, yeah, I think it's just a difficult stylistic matchup for Modafferi. I think this is another matchup, just like the Montana De La Rosa fight, for Viviane that will make her look extremely sharp. And, yeah, I mean, Roxanne coming off a big win, too. This is a fight to look out for, especially for Viviane. I do see her winning. But, yeah, she's a really good fighter, especially her stand-up is really, really good. She's quick. She's powerful. And yeah, she right here, Viviane Araujo, man, watch out for her. I think she's gonna look sharp. And another prospect I think we should look at before I break down the main event real quick. Before I break down the main event, Mounir Lazzez. This dude is like a sniper personified, bro. This dude is a legit sniper. He made his UFC debut on Fight Island against Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Abdul Razak Al Hassan at the time, I believe he only had one loss, and like he knocked out many people in a row, including Nico Price, a pretty decently known name. So Abdulrazak Al Hassan, he was on a pretty decent win streak, all KOs in the first round, and it was a little worrisome for Munir. And what did Munir do? He weathered the storm. He was a sniper. Yeah, he ate some shots, showing his durable chin, but also he was a sniper. He was throwing back. He wasn't really scared. He wasn't really showing fear of Abdul Razak Al Hassan, and he also did some offensive wrestling. Now, I don't know how his defensive wrestling is, but his offensive wrestling is pretty decent. But man, it's really his striking. Like, he is literally a sniper. Go watch that Abdul Razak Al Hassan fight. The dude's literally a sniper. If he has at least decent takedown defense to go along with his good clinch work, his sniping, striking, and his decent offensive wrestling, this dude can be a big problem in the future. But yeah, watch out for Munir Lazez. If his takedown defense is as good as his wrestling offense, I think Royly Alves will have absolutely nothing for him. And so now let's go to the main event now. We have Neil Magny taking on Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa is a specialist in grappling. Like, he is a really, really high level black belt in grappling. While Neil Magny is more of an all around just solid fighter. Anything Neil Magny can do anything. He can strike. He's a really good striker. Clinch, he's pretty good in the clinch. Offensive wrestling, defensive wrestling. He's good everywhere. He's one of those dudes who's like good everywhere, but like not great, not phenomenal anywhere. So Michael Chiesa, like, obviously is going to be the better grappler going into this fight. But the thing is that the gap between their grappling is smaller than the gap between their striking. Neil Magny's striking is way better than Michael Chiesa. I know Michael Chiesa has been improving and getting better because, especially since he came to the UFC as a specialist, he has improved his striking, but still, Neil Magny's striking is just completely different level. So if this fight stays standing, Neil Magny will be able to pick Michael Chiesa apart. I think he can keep him at long range, keep him at a pretty far range, using his jab, using kicks to keep him at a pretty safe distance for Magny, because Magny does not have the best chin. But I don't think Chiesa has knockout power to get rid of Magny. But yeah, just to be safe, keep him at a long range, keep him at the end of his jab, throw kicks, keep him in kicking range. Keep him at a good distance, especially since Neil Magny, I believe, is going to be the bigger fighter, the longer fighter. Keeping him at a distance is the way to go. And the other thing is that Neil Magny is a dude who wilts under the pressure. Like, if you have him backing up, he performs completely different. Like, look at the Ponzinibbio fight. Ponzinibbio backed him up for 4 rounds and eventually slept him, got him out of there. Michael Chiesa, although I don't think he has that type of power. Michael Chiesa, he might be able to aggress Magny, like be aggressive against Magny, and that could lead to like more grappling exchanges, which is what he wants. Getting into the clinch, possibly getting into the mat, and getting into transition. And Magny does not have the best defensive grappling, but I think it's close. Like, I think he probably could defend himself, but I could definitely see Chiesa catching him in a submission. But the problem is, I find it hard to see Michael Chiesa actually getting it to the ground. I think Magny just. Oh, before I go to this, let me just say real quick, Chiesa has been known to slow down in fights. His cardio is what failed him in the Kevin Lee fight. His cardio has been questioned in the past, and Neil Magny is like a cardio king. This dude, he can go 5 rounds and his heart rate not go above like 80. Like this dude, his cardio is crazy. But yeah, like I was saying, Michael Chiesa, he needs it comes down to this. Michael Chiesa needs to be aggressive, get takedowns, and get it to the ground and grapple him and try to get a submission or at least control him on top. Especially since Neil Magny, defensively he has been caught in submissions before, like by RDA. On the other hand, what Neil Magny wants to do is keep it standing, keep him at distance with his jab, with kicks, keep him at distance and just pick at him during the fight, maybe try to gas him out later in the rounds. But yeah, it's close because I think I could see either one working. And the other thing is with wrestling, it does tend to gas you out more. So Chiesa goes out like and tries to be Khabib, he might gas himself out. So we'll see. I think it's a very interesting fight. I think it's a very fun fight, competitive fight. If it was 3 rounds, I may be more privy to go with Michael Chiesa, but since it's 5 rounds, I think I'm gonna go Neil Magny. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, the main event is a banger of a fight. It might be a little slower paced, so like casuals may like not enjoy it. But for me, someone who just enjoys mixed martial arts, all aspects, all intricacies and techniques, I think I'm going to enjoy this fight a lot. Now, listen, the one bad thing, I understand they were trying to accommodate the people in Abu Dhabi, but the timing is absolutely terrible. The prelims start 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. I mean 9 p.m. 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific here in America. And at 9 a.m. I'm at a job. I can't really, watch this fight live like I'd like to. And people on the West Coast, like I said, Pacific time, 6 a.m., people are probably still sleeping when the prelims start. So, and yeah, I'm gonna have to watch like a replay or something because I can't watch this fight. Maybe I'll record it, whatever, since the whole fight's on ESPN. Maybe I'll record it and watch it when I get off. But yeah, I mean, the timing sucks. I understand they want to be accommodating to the Abu Dhabi people, especially since, you know, the timing for the McGregor fight's like awful. It's like 9 a.m. for like them over in Abu Dhabi for the McGregor fight because it's coming on like 10 p.m. America time. I mean, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So I understand they maybe want to be a little more accommodating for the card that just happened, Holloway Cater, and this card. So I understand it, but being on the East Coast, 9 a.m. It sucks. I like to watch UFC cards live. I don't really like to watch the replay because there's always a chance I could get spoiled on who wins and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Now I'm just rambling, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gone.